Can I tell you something that
Yeah.
happened this week though?
Yeah.
It's a little bit related, but not directly related. So I was testing someone in the physiology lab,
Yeah.
came for a VO2 max test, did really well. That person did really well. And then
What does well mean? Oh, I know. High numbers. Okay. Yeah.
yeah, so just had like, it was very fit, right?
Okay.
So then this person sent me a WhatsApp message afterwards. So
Yeah.
she's a mother, has 3 children, and she's like, thanks for the test, it was great, this and that. And I just want to know, like you would have seen in my forms, I'm a smoker, and I like smoke 2 or 3 cigarettes a night. You know, it's nothing serious. When I was younger, I smoked more, but you know, through my pregnancies and breastfeeding, I stopped smoking, but I picked it up again. And it seems like from what you're saying in the data, it hasn't really affected my lungs yet. But I want to know, like, do you think, your professional opinion, do you
Yeah.
think I should quit while I'm ahead? Quit smoking while it hasn't affected my lungs yet, right? So I listen to this and I'm going like, what? Right? I walk into the lab and there are 2 guys sitting there. The one guy's also he's doing his PhD in sports science. The other guy I don't know, right?
Yeah.
I think they're both from Ghana. They're sitting there. And I turn to the sports scientist and I'm like, this woman just sent me a message asking me, she's a smoker, asking me if she should quit while she's ahead. And I'm like on the verge of saying to her, no, 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 what you should do is wait until you have lung cancer and then you stop smoking. Right? Because, I mean, they haven't proven multiple times that there's an association with smoking and lung cancer. So just wait until you have lung cancer and then you stop smoking. This other guy, he's almost, I promise you, he was almost on the floor laughing, right? Like he couldn't say a word. He was laughing so much. So the sports scientist turns to me. He's like, he is a cancer researcher. We're all finding this super hilarious. I ended up saying to her, I can't think that anyone in the health and fitness environment will say to
Yeah.
you, keep on smoking. I think you've answered your own question.
Well, I just want to just put this in there. Again, people might consider this pot stirring, but this is actually a sports scientist, and you have a friend who's studying, say, something to do with cancer, right? And then you get this message of someone who's like, should I quit while I'm ahead? Do you A, funnel people towards your friend's cancer studies? Or do you do you B
That's
do you
bad
B
tags.
do what? Listen, I've seen I don't know if it was a movie or something, but back in the day where it was like it was an old age home, a strip club, and then I think it's a funeral parlor. I think that's what they
Oh,
call it.
right next to each other.
And and then they were like right next to each other. So it was like if you're at the old people's home, you go to the strip club, your heart rate
Have
or
a heart
blood
attack.
pressure, have a heart attack, and then right next door is a funeral service. So it was like the business kept booming, you know, like you had a steady flow of business.
It's one way of doing it.
That's one way to doing it, right? And do you know what the worst part about, let's call it this joke, is that there are actually things set up that way that
Oh, 100%.
you get hooked when you're young, you probably get used in your adulthood, and you die without ever, I don't know, achieving stuff you were supposed to achieve, kind of thing, you know? And I
Yeah,
know
no,
that just
100%.
probably took it to a dark side, but like that's the truth, right? That's the truth.
I just, I, it took me a while to stop laughing from this woman's message because I think I don't even. And then the guys in the lab are
Wait,
like,
did you respond?
yeah, I said to
But wait,
like,
did you respond in your professional opinion? Or
I
did
did
you
laugh a little
respond in a
bit in the
personal?
message. I laughed a bit in the message, and then I said to her, I can't think of anyone who will, in their professional opinion, tell you to keep smoking. Like, but anyway, these guys were like, oh, we can't believe it. And I said to them, and I was thinking about our conversation that you said, when a man says to a woman, I need new shorts, all he wants is for her to say, go and buy them.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I said to them, so see, I learned something through this podcast. I said to them, actually, I think all she needs is for someone else to say to her to stop,
Yeah.
because
So
she knows she should stop,
yeah.
but it's not the same as someone else telling you you should stop, especially someone who's got some form of authority in the field, right?
Exactly. So and this is me just let's just go spewing stuff out of my head, is that what that sounds like to me is that, and I think this applies to everyone, is that when your willpower is not strong enough to get you out of something, anyone or anything that points toward that thing can be enough of a boost to actually get you over the hump. So
Yeah.
the fact that she dropped from however many she was all the way down to the 2 or 3 a night means that she's been fighting it, and it comes back, and she just needs, if you now as the person of professional opinion says, don't do it, because what you have now is only going to go down, and you're only going to make it go faster. That there is like, okay, there's more, let's call it science around it that makes it okay. I can actually stop because I have science to prove why I'm stopping. Because sometimes willpower is not strong enough for you to just be like, yeah, but this is the right thing to do.
Well, it's that thing about like, if process of changing something is more painful than staying the same, then you won't do it.
Yeah.
Right. And the consequences of changing is not that far different. Like, she can't, I think in a way it's like she can't experience the consequences of keeping on smoking, because in our heads it's like lung cancer is something you get late in life. You're not going to get, I mean, she's 30 something, so she's not going to have it now. And so my thought was, if you manage to stop smoking completely while you were pregnant and breastfeeding, you can do it. But the reason you were able to stop smoking in those situations was because you were thinking about your children. And so the effect of keeping on smoking was more negative than the consequences of you, or the discomfort of you stopping smoking for that while. And so someone else telling you, yes, you need to stop, makes the consequence of staying the same more bad than the consequence of changing. Or
the other thing could be that this person could be a masochist, right?